everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video.
Hello.
So today we are doing the assumptions video, which actually we've been meaning to do for a while, but we were a little bit nervous.
We were very scared of this particular video.
But there was no need to be too scared because there's some interesting ones in there, but also you have all been very kind,
yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
So basically we're going to answer whether the assumption is true or false, basically.
Yeah, and just talk a little bit about it. So we've got quite a few. You put
Shall I
out
start
on your
with
Instagram
mine?
and then I did as well on mine. So we'll go between the two. Some of them are quite similar. So
So we'll group them together.
we'll try and group them. But yeah, if we don't get to yours, sorry about that. It's just we've got a few.
Right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first assumption. That you would both work for Disney if you could.
I think I've sort of answered this before in something else. I don't know if I necessarily would, because I don't know whether I want to. I don't know whether it would, or whether it would enhance the magic, or whether it would break the magic. So I wouldn't want to put that at risk. So I wouldn't say that I would.
It would all depend on the job.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult because obviously the Disney parks are abroad. There isn't one in England. I think if there was a Disney park in England, I would be way more tempted to work there. But I think if I was to work abroad, unfortunately you can't work in America. You can only do the CRP. And in Paris, as a performer, I would probably consider it if I was in one of the shows, because I think they're only like 2 or 3 months at a time. But it would be, I don't think I would work there permanently, because we've got our life here now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's kind of, that one's half true. I think if I got a job in a show for a couple of months, then I would definitely do it. But apart from that,
If I was
so.
clever enough to be an Imagineer.
but would you move abroad though?
Well, no, we'd have to go together, wouldn't we?
Yeah. The next assumption is, now we got this a few times, so we'll group it together, but it's that you never argue.
Yeah.
I think that's true, but we do... Is it bicker? Is that how you would describe it?
It's not like, they're not massive, they're not arguments, I
Yeah.
would say.
So it says that you never argue, so that's probably false, but we don't argue ever, if at all, really.
No.
Yeah, we don't really.
No.
We probably, obviously we don't agree on everything.
Like everyone,
Because
yeah.
you can't agree on everything.
Yeah.
But we never shout.
No, never.
No.
No.
The next assumption is Martyn is in a good mood most of the time and hard to upset.
Yeah, I'd say that's true. But, like anyone, I can be down.
Yeah.
There are times, especially over the, when I worked on a cruise ship alone without Helena, I was quite down then, wasn't I? So
I think that's true, because most of the time you are in a really good mood.
Yeah.
And you are hard to upset. But obviously you're only human.
Yeah.
So
it depends on the situation, but
Yeah.
most of the time, yeah. Well, I just always think, I don't know. I was always told by my mum that I smiled as a child.
yeah,
and
you are very
I was always
smiley.
happy.
You are probably
so
one of those smiley people I know.
I try and carry that forward. Yeah.
The next assumption is Helena gets hangry. That's true.
You do. That hence all the wanting the snacks in Disney.
I get to a point where it's weird, because I have kind of a small appetite, but then when I am hungry, I want to eat there and then.
Yeah.
And it won't even be that much, but I will just want to eat there and then.
Yeah.
And then I will get more annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Little things will annoy me more if I'm hungry.
You need
Definitely.
the smackrolls.
I
The
need
smackrolls.
little and often. That's how I like to eat. You and Martyn prefer Disneyland Paris to Disney World Florida.
Ooh.
False. Although we love Disneyland Paris. There's a lot
But
of
there's massive pros to each.
To both.
One of the big ones for Paris, though we can't get there at the moment, is how easy it is to get there.
Yeah.
How close it is.
We are huge Disneyland Paris fans, and we don't see it as like we like, I'm trying to find the right words, like we love Paris not just as a smaller Walt Disney World, we love it in its own right, if
As
that
a
makes
separate
sense.
entity, yeah.
We don't just think of it as like a smaller Walt Disney World, we think of it as its own thing.
Yeah. We try our hardest not to try and compare them.
Because they are completely different. Obviously we got engaged in Disneyland Paris, so I can understand why this assumption, because obviously we love it so much, but I love Walt Disney World, and I think that is purely because it was the first place we went to together.
Yeah.
And the sheer volume of stuff there is to do there.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
That's why I would put it higher, is because of the amount of
that you can do.
the amount of lands, the amount of parks there are, the amount that you can do.
And it has my favourite ride of all time, Flight of Passage. So they're very, very close, but Walt Disney World does top it slightly. You're exactly the same off camera as you are on camera.
Yeah, we try to be.
I think that's true. It's hard because when you're filming yourself, you're always going to be a little bit, not different, but you're going to be yourself, but as if you're being filmed. Like, I was saying to you that I am exactly the same on camera, although there are parts that I would choose not to film. If I was really upset, I would find it very hard to film myself. But I'm always the same person, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but I think it's better if you treat the camera like you're a person, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're actually with us. That's what I always try and put in my head. And that's how I would interact with somebody that was with me.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I get what you mean. We always try and make the channel a safe space for people to come into and stuff like that. So...
And we'll always be 100% honest. Like, there's been times, especially during lockdown, where we have expressed if we have been upset or, you know, stuff's been hard. But I would tend to film after the event, or maybe after I've been upset rather than at the time.
Yeah, I think that's true of in real life as well. Mm-hmm. Is that when you're given information, you need time to process it and you need time to react. And so I think we don't just like to pick up the camera and start filming it. Yeah. You know? So we'd rather reflect on it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the honest opinion.
Yeah. But we are 100% ourselves. I don't think I have the capacity to like change.
to become somebody else.
It would be a lot of work because we film a lot. Especially when you're filming like your holiday. If you were a different person on camera, that would be really tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are, I think that is true.
And I think something that shouts that out to me as well is when we were doing our reacting to series, is we'd like react
the same
the way, and then we'd say it in the vlog. So it's like, well, that must be what we're like.
Our genuine reaction. Next is, if you were both on Don't Tell the Bride, Martyn would plan a Toy Story themed wedding. Is that true?
Wow. That I hadn't actually thought of that. That's a really cool idea.
But if you're on Don't Tell the Bride, would you have done like a crazy wedding, or would you have done more of a traditional one?
I don't know if I would have had the guts. I think
too scared of what I would say.
I think I would know that you wouldn't enjoy it. Well, I don't know. I think I would probably go.
Elements.
I would go Disney.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't go overboard with it.
Yeah.
Because I know that you don't like to have it
completely
too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably say maybe Star Wars themed. That one I might have gone for.
Or Marvel.
Oh, Marvel, yeah. But Toy Story, yeah, that's cool.
This one's kind of similar to the one before, but it says you wish you could work at a Disney park as a performer.
Well, yeah, for you, that'd be yes.
Yes, although I'd love to be in the shows.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, in the shows, definitely.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know whether. I don't think I'd be a right fit for in the shows. My singing ability isn't strong enough. But if that was different, maybe.
Yeah. We also just love having Disney as a place to enjoy and be guests at. We do love that. So it's a tricky one, that one. It's a fine line.
I'd love to be. I always look at that guy that we watched in Walt Disney World as Gaston in the Beauty and the Beast show, and I always think, that looks like a good part to have.
You are never grumpy or angry, always happy. Half. Half. I'm very, very rarely angry. It takes a lot for me to get very angry.
You get angry if people are being unjustly sort of treated. Yeah.
I get very angry about unfairness in every walk of life. Like if someone's not being treated right, or there's inequality or something, that does make me very angry.
Like even things that happen to me.
Yes,
you'll be very protective.
Yeah. So if like someone doesn't treat Martyn very well, or he gets let down by someone, I tend to be angrier at the person than Martyn is. Just because if it's someone I love, I don't know.
But I like, I do like the element of you that cares so much.
Yeah, I think it comes from a place of caring. Yeah. Never I can be a bit grumpy. I think everyone can be a bit grumpy.
I mean, I can have days where I'm grumpy. Yeah.
But I would say majority I am quite a happy person. I think I'm quite a positive person, and I would say 90% of the time I'm a happy person. But you have those days where you are grumpy and angry and sad and all the emotions under the sun. So I guess it's false because I'm not always. You always have Disney or show tunes playing at home. Half. I tend to play Disney show tunes and like a couple of artists that I love. You actually don't tend to. You listen to like quite an eclectic mix of music, but you don't tend to listen to Disney at home.
No, I don't at home. If it was the car, maybe. Yeah,
we always listen to Disney tunes in the car.
But it's mainly because I always tend to be either listening to a podcast or watching Disney vlogs. Yeah. Rather than actually listening to the music.
Yeah, I would say I tend to put on Disney and show tunes in the house, so they are always playing. But we also like a lot of other music as well, especially you love like old style music as well.
Yeah, I mean, I play like 50s, 60s, songs.
Yeah. Helena is the biggest and longest Disney fan out of you both. True. Why are you like looking like that?
Well, what are you basing it on?
I think... See, we both loved Disney when we were young.
Yes.
You were probably more of a Pixar because you loved Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was the one that suggested going to Disney World when we first met. And I think I was...
Well, yeah, probably, actually.
And I think initially, before we went on holiday, I was more excited about it. Because you weren't completely... You were a bit like, oh, I don't know. And then you went and fell in love with it.
I can't remember that, though.
You didn't think you would love it as much as you ended up doing. I remember you saying that.
Oh, right. I do remember the last day I worked on the cruise ship before...
Yeah.
Or was it before we came... It was before I finished Totally, wasn't it? Or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember anyway. I remember I was hosting in the main theatre and I just went, I'm going to Disney World! You know, like...
You were excited, but I remember you saying, oh, I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I do.
Yeah.
But that was kind of both of us, to be fair. But I think I was slightly the bigger fan.
I think
initially.
You watched a lot more when you were growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch them, but I had like other things that I was interested in as well. Yeah, it was once we went.
I think so.
Once we went to the parks, it was just. Oh, I'm addicted.
The next assumption, Helena is the boss.
I think
I don't think there is
sometimes
a
you can.
boss, but
Sometimes
think
I am.
I make more decisions.
I can be. I don't know if you've picked up on this in the vlogs. I can be a little indecisive.
Yeah. But I'd never make a decision if we weren't agreed on it. But I do think I tend to make more decisions.
Yes.
Like final decisions.
Yes.
So if that counts as being the boss, I mean, I wouldn't call it the boss.
No,
but
we don't. I don't.
I think it's pretty equal, isn't it?
We're equal.
Pretty equal, isn't it?
There's different parts of our lives together that each of us takes responsibility for.
Exactly. Yeah. True. Because there's some bits that I don't really have. You know, you're better at, or you are more knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
Or you'll take the lead, and then there's other parts where.
But we always come back together.
Yeah.
To chat about it.
We've answered that one. Next, you both randomly burst into song throughout the day. True.
Yes, I like to take songs that are well known and then just give them new words.
Yeah,
That's
sometimes I like made up
songs.
but that is probably true. And I also randomly dance. The flat is full of random dancing and singing.
Yep.
Next, you both want children, but you are not ready for them yet. P.S. Love your videos. Thank you. And that is true.
Yes.
Yes, we would love a family. Obviously, we don't know what the future holds, but in our plans, we would love to have a family. Not right this second, but hopefully in the not too distant future. Next, Martyn is not a very good dancer. I think that's false. He's been practicing as well for the first dance. What would you say?
Not a question. Not one of them. No.
I think you're good. I think you obviously are not a trained dancer. Even though you've done...
I did GCSE dance.
But you're not like, you're not like hardcore
No.
professional training. But you're very good at picking up choreography and remembering it.
Yes.
And then it just takes you a bit of time to like get the panaz. So like we've been practicing our first dance because it's a little bit of choreography and you pick it up really fast.
Yeah.
And then it's just adding the flair.
I think my issue is that I don't know. I look back at myself dancing, and I think I just look a bit robotic. I've got quite a.
That's like
stiff,
adding the flair.
Got a stiff
shoulder.
Upper body, yeah. So it's sort of, I don't know. I don't like the way that I look when I dance, and so I think it's a confidence thing.
Yeah, but I think you're actually not a bad dancer. Like you've got rhythm and you can remember the choreography.
My mum always said, she always used to say, Martyn, you've got good rhythm. It's like a nice mum thing to say, you know.
The next one, you wouldn't want to be full-time YouTubers.
Wouldn't want.
You wouldn't want. Yeah, you wouldn't want. This is half true. I think the thing is with YouTube and any kind of self-employed creative field, it's very difficult because it's all on you and you don't... I guess it's like risky in that sense. So I think being a full-time YouTuber, you'd have to get to the point where you felt very, very comfortable.
Confident, yeah.
And confident that it could, sustain your lifestyle without stressing about it. I think it's difficult because it's a hobby right now, and even though we do make a little bit of money from it, but it's not our job.
Yeah.
So it's really nice because you don't have that pressure, and if you do have to miss a video that week, that's fine. Or I don't know, I think it would feel very different if it was your full-time job because it would suddenly become a job.
Yeah.
But we would love.
But it would also give you
more time.
That would be your focus.
Exactly. So sometimes it's like catch-22 because you want more time to focus on your YouTube, but because it's not your job, then you don't want to put in loads of time. Whereas if it was your full-time job, then you'd have so much time to put into it, which would be amazing. I think I would love for it to be part-time.
Yeah, but I think in answer to the question, I would say that if it was possible and if it was secure enough, I would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're aiming in life for it to be part-time, because that would just be amazing. If it could ever get to the stage where we could have like 3 days a week, 4 days a week where we could focus on it, like that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But it's a long way off at the moment, but you never know in the future. And then the last one I have is you miss cruising.
Yeah, I miss the travel. I must admit, I do not miss the job at all. I mean, we have thought about doing a video about our experiences.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of highs and a lot of lows with working on a cruise ship, and
only, but this is only our specific experiences. You know,
Yeah,
I would never
definitely.
vouch for anybody else that's worked on any other ship or had any other different experience.
And there were so many good times, and we do miss the travelling completely. But I don't miss living on a cruise ship. That's the main thing that I don't miss. That was the bit that I found really difficult, and that was the low for me. The highs were performing, seeing the world, and spending time with you. That was the highs, and they were amazing, and I don't regret them at all, because they were some of like really high moments of my life. But then the living on the cruise ship was hard. It was really difficult.
And that was hammered home when I worked on a contract on my own.
Yeah. And I think as we got older as well, it got harder. So no, I don't miss it, and I wouldn't do another contract right now, I think, ever. But I would love to go on holiday.
We'd love to be guests.
We would love to be guests on a cruise, because I do miss like the atmosphere. But
Helena came on. I mean, it's on the channel actually.
Yeah.
Where you came on, I was working, but Helena came on as a guest, and you loved it.
Best 2 weeks ever. So yeah, we miss the travelling. We miss holidaying, but yeah, not working.
Oh, over to me now.
It's your questions now.
Let me find them. Again, I had some ones about arguments.
You never argue was like the top.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think it got asked about 10 times, which is really funny.
I really like this one. You both have a checklist of every type of tea bag you have ever tried.
That's so random.
I think it's because we mentioned it. We mentioned it a lot on the channel. Like we've had the Welsh tea, PG tips.
We don't have a checklist, but we do try lots of different teas.
We know which ones we've tried.
We know what pucker teas we like. Yeah. We know what we like. PG tips.
PG tips.
We like Yorkshire tea, and we love that Welsh tea.
We got Tetley tea for a little bit as well,
weren't too keen
but we didn't go for Tetley anymore.
No.
So I mean, we probably could have a list.
We have a mental list.
We've remembered. I don't think I have any assumptions. You pair are just the cutest.
Oh, that's really sweet.
That's really nice. Thank you. Martyn is the tidy one. Yes.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I really do like having things spick and span. I like to have everything sort of put away, looking a bit neat. Although I'm one of these people who's I will put things away so they look neat, but there'll still be a lot of stuff in places.
Yeah, so it'd be like tidy piles.
Yes. But yeah, I do like having, everything.
Yeah. I try, and what happens with me is more, it will get to a point where it'll be really messy and I'll do a huge clean.
Yeah.
And then it will slowly build up. And then I'll do a huge clean and tidy.
The kitchen, the surfaces always have to be cleaned.
We both do that.
And
I try and do the bathroom a lot.
Yeah.
I think we're both quite tidy, clean people, but I definitely, like, my clothes and stuff will be more of a mess. So yeah, I'll put my hands up. You are the tidy one.
Here's an example. I'll come in and I'll hang my coat up. Helena will come in from work and the coat ends up over there on the chair.
I don't do that often. I'm not wearing a coat at the moment. It's too hot.
That's happened. It's because I pick it up and put it away.
Here we go. We never argue.
I assume that you haven't framed or put up the Goofy drawing from
No.
Disneyland Paris in 2018.
We had good memory. No, we haven't.
We have most of our prints still under the bed.
We're waiting until we have a house, which hopefully we are looking...
Or just a bigger space that's our own.
Or just a bigger space. And also that, is our own. Because we've put up a few things, but we've used command strips, and we don't want to use too many, just in case. And we are hopefully moving within the next year. We're starting the process of looking to move. So I think once we have our own, we actually own a place and it's slightly bigger, then so many of our prints can go up. Because we really want that Goofy one to go up.
Yeah, we do.
But we need
it's huge.
We need a really huge area for it.
My Mickey is not going up.
It's a very good memory though.
My Mickey drawing is not going up.
We still got it. We haven't thrown it away.
When Helena said she would be jet skiing for the show, Martyn was extremely jealous.
True.
I was.
Very.
I've always wanted to go on a jet ski.
We were actually planning to go jet ski somewhere in the UK because you really wanted to do it. We should still do that because I'm better now. So I'll be able to...
the people Helena trained with said that they do it, don't they?
Yeah. I can't
I'd
remember
be up for that.
Yeah, we'll have to find... They did give me the details.
You never struggle to agree on something to watch.
False. False.
This is where my indecisive nature comes in.
There's quite a lot that I want to watch, and Martyn won't want to watch it, but he won't want me to start it alone. There'll be the Queen's Gambit. I've wanted to watch that on Netflix for ages. And Martyn will be like, no, don't watch it without me, don't watch it without me. And then I'll be like, oh, do you want to watch it then? No, not today. And then he'll never want to watch it, but he won't want me to watch it.
I have to be in certain moods in order to watch something.
I never end up watching it because you won't watch it.
So yeah, I'm a bit of a pain when it comes to that.
I'm still waiting to watch the Queen's Gambit, and that is why.
I want to watch it.
Today?
No, not today.
See?
You are the planner and Helena is more spontaneous. No, I don't think so.
I think I plan more.
Like, for example, Walt Disney World, you're the planner.
I'm the planner. But I'm also quite spontaneous.
So you're both.
I'm both. I don't know what you are then.
I just go along for the ride.
I think I'm both. I think I'm more spontaneous to be like, oh, let's do that. But then I'll also plan it.
But I think when we get into the parks, I'm a bit more like, we should go and do this.
Yeah, whereas I prefer to kind of half stick to the plan a little bit.
Yeah.
But I definitely plan more.
You do more
of
planning.
The trips.
Yeah.
Or if we're going somewhere, I'll plan it.
Yeah.
And do the nitty gritty, planny bits.
Yeah. That's it. Because the last one was you prefer Walt Disney World over Disneyland Paris, but we had a similar question earlier.
Oh, that was fun. Thanks for sending them in and thanks for being kind. It was really fun actually and really interesting.
You found out a little bit about us, a bit more about us.
I think most of them were majority really true. They were accurate, which is good because it means that you know as well.
Yeah, I really want to go on a jet ski now.
Yeah, I'll have to find out that place. And we'll go.
Did you not keep their details?
Yeah, I've got them somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I'll find them. So thanks so much for watching and we will see you in our next video, which will be on Sunday.
Yes.
An exciting vlog coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see you then. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye.
Toodle pipski.
Oh, my bracelet is rattling.